Hey guys, 22 Plinkster here. I have in my hands one of the coolest little kit revolvers that you can possibly get. This is actually considered a Ruger new Bearcat, and we'll go over the regular Bearcat and the Super Bearcat a little bit later on, but it is a 6-shot revolver. Let's do some shooting with it. All right, let's start close. Oh, shot high. Oh, click. All right, so like most flat top revolvers, there's actually a little bit of compensating. Left or right, up and down. I have to actually hold a 6 o'clock hold on my targets. As you can tell, that one target that I did miss, I did shoot over it. But it's definitely a 6 o'clock hold. Now, each flat top revolver is different. Some of them you hold to 6 o'clock, some of them are 12 o'clock, some are 9, some are 3, some 11. There's all different ways that you may have to hold a flat top revolver because you can't adjust the sights, and not every single one of these are exactly perfect coming from the factory. Let's go over the history of the Ruger Bearcat. In 1958, Ruger came out with the original Bearcat, also known as Series 1. Now that ran from about 1958 to 1971. In 1971, they came out with what they called the Super Bearcat, which the Super Bearcat was basically an updated version of the original Bearcat. They went from an alloy frame to a steel frame. Now, the Super Bearcat ran from about 1971 to about 1974. And then something kind of strange happened. There's rumors of why it happened or could have happened, but I guess the truth will never be known. But in 1973, going into 1974, Ruger put out their catalog on the Bearcat. Well, supposedly. Now, when they put out their catalog for all their dealers, because you got to remember, this is before the internet, and they sent out catalogs with their new products and old products where dealers could purchase them. And Bill Ruger supposedly said that marketing dropped the ball on the Ruger Bearcat. So in 1974, the Ruger Bearcat was not in the catalog. Well, when Ruger got all the orders in from the catalog from the dealers, no one ordered a Ruger Bearcat. So Ruger actually discontinued the Bearcat because they thought no one wanted them. So in 1974, they stopped making them. And in 1993, Ruger resurrected the Bearcat. Now this is called the new Bearcat. And with the new Bearcat, basically it's just like the Super Bearcat, but Ruger did implement a transfer bar safety to make it safer. What model do I have in my hands? Now, you can't really find this revolver besides at one place, this particular kind of revolver. This is actually a Lipsy Special. If you're a big gun guy like me, you've pretty much heard of Lipsys. Now what Ruger does is make exclusive pistols and rifles for Lipsys. And Lipsys was nice enough to send me this revolver to do a review on, but this is called their Shopkeeper model. It's got a 3-inch barrel, it's stainless steel, and it's also got a bird's head grip. Now, I honestly don't own another revolver with a bird's head grip. I've always wanted one. One of these days, I want to get a Vaquero with a bird's head grip in the 45 Colt. But for now, this 22 long rifle will have to work. Let me shoot it a few more times here. All right, aim 6 o'clock. The trigger is really nice on this setup. You can't even hardly hear that 22 long rifle hitting that plate. Now I'm shooting some CCI standard velocity out of it. But this is an awesome little revolver. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, it makes a great kit gun. Now, since it is single action, it does have the loading gate right here on the side, and you must manually eject each spent casing. It does hold 6 shots, but in 1993, Ruger actually, when they reintroduced the new Bearcat, they actually had some of them chambered in 22 Magnum, so you could get the 22 long rifle cylinder and also the 22 Magnum cylinder, but Ruger soon had a recall on those revolvers and asked people to send them back. A lot of people did, but a lot of people didn't. And so if you can find one online with the 22 long rifle cylinder and the 22 Magnum cylinder, it requires a premium if you want to purchase it. So those are kind of hard to find. All right, and of course, on a flat top bird's head revolver, you have to shoot it one-handed. All right, let's go across the creek at 50 yards. No promises here. Nailed it. This little 3-inch barrel flat top, I'm holding at the base of that target. Shot above it, I think. There we go. It is a far cry from a match pistol that I'm used to. I guess I need to do a little bit more one-handed shooting. But like I said, you must manually eject each one. And this revolver does have just beautiful rosewood grips. You've got some beautiful scroll work on the cylinder. And this cylinder is not fluted. But I've always been impressed with the scroll work. I guess that's what sets this little revolver apart from like a single 6. I love the single 6. Grew up kind of shooting a single 6 a little bit. But with the revolvers, when you're shooting lead ammunition, you get that smoke, just like you would with a 45 shooting a lead projectile or a 38 special or 44. It is time consuming to load this, but you know what? That's the beauty of a revolver. I'm loading magazines usually in semi-automatics all day, and it's just good to kind of slow down and take my time and enjoy the moment. All right, I've got to hit that target at 50 yards again. Oh, right beside it. There we go. Oh, I'm shooting high. Oh, click. All right. So the Ruger Bearcat, like I've mentioned before in my videos, you just get the meat and potatoes. I'm not going to tear this thing apart or anything like that. I'm just going to give you a basic overview. But I want to thank Lipsy's for sending it to me. It is going to be a great addition to my 22 pistol and revolver collection. Guys, if you have any questions, you can go over to my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or you can just ask those questions in the comments below here. Until next time, y'all be safe and keep linking.